Hi, I'm Emily.
And I'm Ellen.
In Room 17, we created and published a watery creature to go with the theme Under the Sea, and we've got 2 examples to share with you.
The mermilk. A mermilk is a type of creature that you will never expect coming. Depending on who or what you are, you could be gone in a blink of an eye, or you could be treated as friendly as could be. To kill, all the mermilk needs to do is blink once and it will be up in your face, burning like nothing you could ever imagine. All it needs to be friendly is for you to blink again, and it'll be in front of you with cake and tea, so you never know how it's going to strike. No one would have the courage to explain the mermilk out loud, so this is why it will only ever be down on paper. Just to warn you, this mysterious creature lives right around the equator, so that means that it is just about the quickest creature in the world, because it needs to get to its rivals quickly. Now to get to those burning hot eyes. It just needs to blink itself, and also, while the mermilk is blinking, it will shake its fin, because no matter what form it is in, it will always have a fin. What happens to the fin is out of nowhere razor-sharp scales appear. When considering the deeper detail of its body, you would definitely have to start with its fin, mainly because it will always be there. So if it is being extremely friendly to you, then the tail will be an enchanting blue. But if it knows you're a predator to it, then you should expect to see indestructible scales. The top part of its body, when it's a fish, is a slimy orange consistency, but when it's a bird, it is a white fluffy with huge wings. But that is all anyone would ever know about the mermilk.
The merpire. Hundreds of years ago, a mystical, magical creature was believed to lurk beneath the dark depths of the ocean in Norway. Some of the folk there thought that the merpire evolved from lizards or snakes, while others used to think the opposite. Nobody knew the truth if they were killers or carers, friend or foe, silky or soft. Nobody knew, until now. The merpire has fangs sharper than a serpent's tooth, and hair that writhes and wriggles around her pale head like a glowing golden sandstone. Little glimmering, beady green eyes are embedded into a ghostly white face like emerald ink on crisp paper. She is part mermaid, part vampire. The merpire has skin as white as snow, and her scaly tail has tiny blue and green jewels growing on the end of her tentacle tail like roses among thorns. It is because of these features and a voice sweeter than a songbird's that lures sailors out to the sea to find the merpire. They do not know that she sucks succulent flesh and blood from anyone who dares to venture into her home. She sings her song, soft and clear, as gullible sailors lean further out to this enchantress. She gets to the end of her song and leaps up 1 meter out of the water and sinks her fangs into his neck. The merpire has attacked.
We made a mythical sea creature and then made a descriptive text about it.
And here's our pictures.
King of the ocean. When he was a baby, his parents were taken away from him. Over time, he figured out his superpowers. He can swim fast like lightning and make tornadoes with his hands. And he can shoot lasers out of his eyes, and he has a map where he can see where trouble is. If there's trouble, his eyes turn green. He has green hair that's almost longer than him. He has a shiny, nice, beautiful, long blue tail. He has a crown that is shiny and so hard and very gold. He has the long, beautiful sword that's long and shiny. He is one of a kind and is faster than lightning and a cheetah on land. At its fastest, he moves his tail everywhere. He has fins that are blue. His weakness is chocolate. He is very friendly and he takes care of all the fish. He also takes care of all the stuff in the whole ocean and the whole world. He likes spaghetti bolognese fish. He always sings a lovely song what his parents taught him at home.
He said it had giant claws that look like it's just like a crab's pinchers, but instead of being small and weak, it was like the size of a truck on the Squidzilla. A teary-eyed John said it even had tentacles, each 10 times as thick and as long as a skipping rope. They both said there were also some different legs that looked similar to a sea spider, which helped it scuttle across the deep dark seafloor. Bright red pupils looked as if the devil was staring right at us. He even had blood-stained teeth as big and as sharp as a pointy blade. Not a single tooth was straight. Then John, wiping his eyes with a tissue, said, "Except none of those things stood out more than his spectacular camouflage crown hat thingy. It was the whole reason we almost got gobbled by the monster. It pounced with all its might, and at that moment I knew me and Gary were going to have to brawl with a squidzilla. It didn't knock us out in a split second, but as soon as we woke up, we were at the hospital, all because of Cole Minish. He carried us to the surface onto his rescue boat. 2 weeks later, while being interviewed for information about the beast, when they asked about where it was, I just said, "It's a mystery."
He has an ordinary human head, 10 arms and 2 legs. His hands look like oven gloves, but they aren't any ordinary oven gloves. They are grippy gloves. They help him grip onto stuff like ships, food and predators. When he goes up on land, he will change into an amazing human, or an ordinary human like us. Then if he wanted to change back into the amazing switcheroo, he has to put his head underwater for 2 seconds, and then his belt will say he can breathe and stay underwater now. The final thing is that his shoes on his feet. So when he turns into a human, he won't have to go get any. His shoes are waterproof and they don't get wet. The switcheroo moves using its arms and legs. He uses it to drift and his arm to swim away fast. If he's getting pulled up from a ship, he uses both at the same time to swim away from a ship. He uses both at the same time to swim away from predators if he needed to get away. The switcheroo has one predator, the whale shark. The whale shark has been the switcheroo's arch enemy because it's the only thing that can eat him. The switcheroo is a friendly creature. It tips over boats that are trying to harm the water and kicks back bombs if it's trying to pollute the water. He will risk his life to Scotland. He loves lifting his eyebrows at the ladies when he demolishes a ship. He doesn't age, he stays 1,000 and won't die from age, but he can from bad guys. And his predators, he might be 1,000, but he still looks young.
Hi, I'm Hunter, and these are my 2 friends dressed up in land.
With our highly sophisticated ICT knowledge, me and my friend teammates used up all of our morning and lunch times to film only one movie. We filmed the movie using a software called iMovie. You can make as much movies as you like and as long as you like. I recommend it.